Prophet of God, my name is Marco Musagara. I had taken a long time, many years without passing here because to go to my home I used the northern bypass. So this January I was...
Where's your home?
My home is in Naria. In January, I was dropping someone at Wandegea from Bombo Road. When I reached that roundabout, I saw a huge building. I said, did Kakande sell his land to one of the Kampala's tycoons? So I stopped and asked some Boda people. I asked them, which tycoon in Kampala is building this giant building? They told me that it is Kakande. I said, God is great. So I wanted to know more about this ministry of Kakande. I started going on YouTube. I saw thousands of people coming from Kenya, Zambia, Tanzania, South Africa, being blessed here. I said, from here I stay here, Naria here. I can even walk. So I came, my first time was special touch. That was last month. You gave us handkerchiefs. Mine is even here.
Yes.
And then when I went back, something strange happened. I saw you in a dream. In this dream, I saw an old woman. This old woman was lying on my piece of cloth. I think it was a shirt. And she had refused to get off my shirt. So then you came and you stood near this woman. So when you stood near this old woman, she gave up my shirt. She gave it to me. Praise be to God. Not only that, for me, I lost my dad when I was about 8 years. He died in 1970. Even my mom. So I grew up from my maternal side. And there was a lot of witchcraft, curses, and so many other things. So I dreamed when you had gone to my grandmother's, where I grew up, in the 1970s. And when you reached there, you started praying for me. As you were praying for me, I saw dead people, my relatives who had died a long time ago, coming and stopping you. Don't release him. Don't bless him. Don't set him free. Man of God, are you human? Here, this is the junction. This is Chitongo. This is my grandmother's side, where I grew up after my father died. I used to stay here. This is the junction called Chitongo Township. This one continues to Mpenja. This one goes to Mitiana. This one goes to Kande. I grew up here, man of God. Praise be to God. But Prophet Kakande is not human. You are not human. You are beyond human. So here, I saw you, prophet, coming here in the courtyard here. You were praying for me, As we were praying for me, I saw dead people fighting you. Don't release him. Don't set him free. Then I woke up from the dream. You are not human. You are beyond human. Pastor, have you ever come to our place?
Isn't that your place?
This is my place. Where you go? I grew up at my grandmother's side.
Isn't that your place?
It is my place. Even there's a junction here, you have drawn it. There's a road going to Kande. This one goes to Mpenja.
Listen to this. Luke 24, verse 36, 37, 38, 39.
Now as they say these things, Jesus himself stood in the midst of them and said to them, "Peace to you." But they were terrified and frightened and supposed that they had seen a spirit. And he said to them, "Why are you troubled? And why do doubts arise in your hearts? Behold, my hands and my feet, that it is I myself. Handle me and see. For a spirit does not have flesh and bones, as you see I have."
Handle me and see. Because a spirit doesn't have flesh.
No, Pastor Kande is human, but I believe you are spirit also.
But a spirit doesn't have...
You are human, Pastor.
Okay, listen, sir. I'm reading the book of Daniel 2, verse 25, 26, 27, 28. Listen.
Then Arioch quickly brought Daniel before the king and said thus to him, "I have found a man of the captives of Judah who will make known to the king the interpretation. The king answered and said to Daniel, whose name was Belteshazzar, are you able to make known to me the dream which I have seen and its interpretation? Daniel answered in the presence of the king and said, the secret which the king has demanded, the wise men, the astrologers, the magicians, and the soothsayers cannot declare to the king.
But there is a God in heaven.
But there is a God in heaven who reveals secrets, for he has made known to King Nebuchadnezzar what will be in the latter days. Your dream and the visions of your head upon your bed were these.
47, 48.
The king answered Daniel and said, truly, your God is the God of gods, the Lord of kings, and a revealer of secrets, since you could reveal this secret. Then the king promoted Daniel and gave him many great gifts and made him ruler over the whole province of Babylon and the chief administrator over all the wise men of Babylon.
So, sir, there is a God in heaven who reveals secrets. I'll remind you the other man who slashed the banana plantation.
When my grandfather died, someone came and slashed all the banana plantation. Praise be to God. What you have said is 110% true.
You were how old?
I was about to 10 or 12, something like that.
But how come I know?
I'm surprised also.
Because the land had issues.
Yes.
From up there to the valley, somebody was claiming.
Exactly, there's a valley, exactly.
Even today,
yes,
the issues have not been settled.
It is true. Prophet, please also pray for the deliverance of my son so that he's totally freed.
Special prayer of deliverance for this gentleman together with his son.
Rise up. You can blame your son this or that, but I want to remind you, a short woman.
My father, before he died, there was a neighbor, a short woman.
So that is the woman who mixed up everything, did witchcraft.
Yes. Because my father, when he was getting the land where I was born, he had a quarrel with that woman about the land. So that woman cursed my father. That was even before I was born.
That is how your father died.
Yes, it is true.
This woman.
Exactly. Actually, prophet, my father was a lumberman, a shopkeeper, but at times he could go to the forest. But one day we were at school, I was about 5 years. We had people crying in town. They said, they were saying my father had died. A branch, can you imagine? A dry branch came up
and hit him.
Yeah, and hit him in the head. 100% true.
And that is the issue.
Yes.
You were supposed to live abroad.
Yeah, it is true. Because I've gone through so many struggles. I went to UK for studies. I almost failed my studies. So ever since we've had no peace.
And this is the woman whom I chased from your shirt.
Praise be to God. Praise be to God.
Maje yanzija samanya ntine wano ndituukawo naye olw'ekisa ky'amaanyi taata nfudde omuwanguzi nzijukira mu luli nga banvuma nti masikini nkuzuma eyo Yesu gye yanzija seekana ntuusa n'agwalangira mwebaze ntya naye Mukama weebale kungabirira luno luyimba nduyimbidde ggwe tadi nkulage nti nosiima mukwano gwo Yesu omungi